Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take 40-year-old ZX Spectrum tapes, you know, the ones we used to make as kids, and try and load and play them today. Okay, so we have 3 tapes this week. I chose them. They just actually, to be fair, they would get to one of my not the reputable dealers, but one of the dealers who I usually deal with for sort of buying Spectrum games and other things. Often sends me the collections of games that are like these, basically special versions, because they have to be sold as blanks because they might have content on them. But he sent me this one and I kind of liked it because we've got this sort of I don't know what that is. That's some kind of planey thing. You can see me, look, hello, there I am. There's sort of plane on the front of it of some sort, but it's a sticker. It's a sticker, obviously, it's a sticker. But there was such a good collection of little ones that he sent me recently. This one's got SimCity on it and something else that's marked out, so hopefully we can load that as well. We've never seen SimCity, I don't think, on What's on the Tape, so that's a first to begin with. Then there was these other ones, and they're all kind of like high quality arcade conversions. So we've got 1942, and then on this side we've got 720, which is the skateboarding game, and then we've got Tiger Road on here with Rolling Thunder. I thought after last week's all sort of big basic games, which are really cool. If you haven't seen it, go have a little look at the episode on the channel. I thought we'd give these a go because these are all sort of high-end ones, and possibly, SimCity's are slightly different, but we'll talk about it when we get to it. Anyway, I'll get one of these into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is basic, and load it. I probably should do actually tape loader on it. I'm not sure whether or not SimCity was a tape loading game. That's was in the sort of. I think it's very similar to the REF's thing, but it's a bit weird because it's like got a bird shape at the end of it. I can't really work out what it is on the tape case. This is. Hang on. It might be a space. Maybe it's a Batman's. It could be Batman's thing, couldn't it? With the sort of thing. Typically, of course, it doesn't load. We're looking at a blank screen as usual. Yeah, it's as usual. We've got it not working. I'll swap it to the other tape deck in a second. We'll swap tape decks. Just adjusting the old Azimuth isn't going to make a difference here. Still think that's a Tolkien-esque thing. That's the little screw that can adjust the position that the head sits at, basically, so the head sort of can move slightly. Oh, hang on, there we go. Got SimCity. I always liked SimCity. I was always kind of a big sort of fan of it as a kid when I first saw it and played it on the Spectrum, and I did get it on the Spectrum, and it came in a gigantic sort of square case rather than the usual standard double cassette dual case. It was slightly larger, so it was a little bit over the edge. I think it was to accommodate 5 1/4-inch discs. Actually, I think that's where it came from. It was rather than being. Because at this point in time, we're at the point where PC gaming is starting to sort of build as well as a possible way to do things. So PC gaming is a thing at this point, a bit more, I know, because this is sort of the end of the 80s and mid-80s, end of the 80s, and I think PC gaming was sort of growing as an option for people, and they were becoming more affordable were PCs at that point in time. So I think this is one of those growth moments realistically. But this is Maxis, isn't it? Maxis created. There we go. Maxis, 1989, great year. Love that year, and for the year that I got a PC. To be fair, or my parents got a PC, should I say, or my father got one. So this is the year that you could get this on the PC as well. I did play the PC version and it was great, and the Spectrum version isn't bad either. So what this is about It's a strategic game about zoning. So the US sort of terminology zoning, it doesn't really apply to the UK. But basically it's where you can build various things. So you can build residential here, commercial here, and industrial here. And then you've got to put in the resources and manage it as the mayor of the city. And that's what you did with this. So you put blocks in and they grew. So if you had enough places where they could go to work in that city, they would work harder and, longer. So there'd be office blocks for some things, industrial stuff for other bits and pieces. You had sort of nuclear power plants and power it and water. I think I don't know if water was actually a thing on this one. Can't remember whether water was, but certainly there was water later. And this went on for many series. And was SimCity 4 the last one? I think it possibly was. I remember SimCity 2000 being for me the peak of SimCities. SimCity 2000 on the PC. Or even the Commodore Amiga, I think it had it as well. That was the peak for me. That was where it was probably best. It's sort of gone on now. There's other city building games out there that have kind of grabbed the mantle and ran with it. I think as typically EA made, I think it was SimCity 4. EA made SimCity 4 online only, which. It's software as a service, unfortunately. That's what it was. Yeah, I exhale because if you've ever watched my channel before, you know how I feel about. I've lived through all of it, all of the important gaming sort of bits and pieces as far as I can work out. I think if you get back into the mid 70s, you're talking the very early sort of the bits and pieces from Atari and things. So and in fact that was the end of the 70s. So I, from my point of view, I've lived through all of the most important gaming from 8-bit to 16-bit to 32-bit to 64-bit on computers nowadays. I've lived through it all. At this point in time, I don't think there's very little to go. I'll be honest. Gaming is in a very weird transitional sort of stage where the indie titles are overpowering and outselling the supposed AAA titles from companies like EA, who made SimCity 4 online only. It's SimCity. It's a strategic game you play on your own. Why do you need to be online? You need to be online so they can get telemetry from your computer, basically. That's what they need to be online for, and that's it only. And it was a disaster. I remember people playing it back in the day and not enjoying it at all. In fact, you don't hear it talked of nowadays. It's things like SimCity 2000 that were there. But Maxis, of course, who were bought initially Infogrames originally, Maxis, and I guess Infogrames must have been bought by EA, or was it not? I don't know. I'm going to question that now. But anyway, somebody will know in the comments. But Maxis itself was responsible for a great deal of things, from SimEarth to SimCity to SimAnt. They did a lot of Sim-style games, and do you know what? They won because they were good. They were fun. You could sit and play it. I like playing SimEarth, for instance, and creating a sentient dinosaurs which would then take over the earth. It was great. It was really clever. It was a sensible thing to do. I liked it. They were entertaining sim games. They're obviously modern day equivalents of. The one that comes to mind at the moment, and I actually have bought it because I'm a slightly deranged, I think. Only slightly though. But I actually bought Sim Rock, where you play a rock and you basically simulated being a rock. I know. Right, okay. One for easy, that's correct. Input your name. Can I... Oh, hang on. Space. Creating landscape. There we go. Right, so space. QAOP and space. Creating landscape. So this will take a little bit of memory to load. So we'll get a landscape to work on. And then we've got... At the top of the screen, you've got all kinds of things from... So this is our landscape here. I've just put roads down. Right, okay. Let's put some... Where's the power? That's power lines. What's this? That's commercial. That's residential. That's railway. Where's the power stations? There they are. Power stations are over here. So I'll need a power station. So I will put a power station over here. Let's make it a dreadfully, unashamedly a coal one. Let's put a road in here to the power station. Can I drag it? Yes, I can. Cool. Right, so I don't know why I put it in the middle of trees, because I'm horrible. Right, so now I need some residential stuff. So I need some zoning for the residential stuff. And it's just square blocks. And we'll put it next to the trees. So that's for them to live in. They'll need power, which, of course, we've now just fitted by having a power thing. So I'll run some power lines. Do. Power line. They now have power. Let's put some commercial places next to them so they can work. See little houses appearing on there? It does it automatically. So some commercial. I don't think I need to put... Do I need to put a power line to it? No, it's connected to it, so it's got it. Okay, excellent. Let's put in... What's this? I can't remember what that one is. Stadium. Right, you don't need a stadium. Right. Let's get some industrial. The industrial doesn't mind being near the power station, so we'll need to put some power to it, though. And then you can see it's sort of growing. You see over here, the little houses appearing. People are starting to appear along the way. I like the way it's like completely like, you know, there's your system thing along the top there. Exit menu. It's properly designed for your PC rather than anything else. Options. You can put the auto budgets on, bulldozing and speed. What else have we got here? Disasters. Oh, that's our first budget. Tax rate is 7%. We spent a little bit on transfer. What are we making? Let's go with it. Yeah, let's do that. Go with these figures. We lost a little bit of money there. And then you've got disasters at the top. You can turn them all down on. Disable off, all off. Yeah, disabled. We don't want aircraft. We don't want disasters. And then Windows, which is budget, evaluation. So basically where we're at. Is the mayor doing a good job? Yeah. Category village. So we probably need some more residential because there won't be enough people to do the jobs. The road starts filling up. Let's put this across the road. It should connect up if I do this. Like that. There we go. That is connected up. Should give him a park because I'm nice. Yeah, let's give him a park. There's a bit of a park for them. Make things nice because they like a park. Just as I said, as a kid, I kind of like this. I kind of like the easy sort of way it worked. It played really well. So some more commercial buildings. This is where your shops are and things. We haven't got any commercial ones there yet. Let's put some more power lines in. It's just a nice sort of simulator. Very simple indeed. By the way, you notice I'm just building block systems like they do in the US. Like that. This way I build more. There's some more residential. The industrial's gone quite well over there. Look, it's built quite nicely. Look, got to keep it away because you get smog coming off it. So you need to keep it kind of away from the people who work in there. See, they've all come because they've got jobs. There's another one. Let's put another one there. Let's put another industrial there. Let's put another industrial there. I spent hours playing this. I'll be honest. I used to quite like it. Very simplistic in its nature, but just good fun. And then of course sooner or later they'll want a police station to do that. Look, I've got something over there in the commercial area. Let's put a police station in to keep them happy. I can't remember whether or not does it show as a maps. There we go, maps. Yeah, there you go. You can see the crime and pollution. Oop, there's our rates. We're really going to have to up that tax rate though, otherwise we're not going to make enough money to... Oh no, it's a high tax rate. I apologise. We're not going to make a lot of money otherwise. But you've got your maps here, so the maps should show us transport and crime. Map. So pollution as well. Yeah, so basically there's the ways to see what's going on. It's pretty good. I'll be honest, it's pretty good. I liked it. And considering, and as I say, came with that big box to make it. It was pretty cool. That's fine. Let's put some more commercial in here. They're not moving in because the tax is too high, by the way. That's one of the big drawbacks of my little plan here of doing things. It's pretty good, though. You can see kind of how it builds up. It builds up quite nicely. What a good start. I'm quite pleased with that. Look, they've got something else going on over here. I quite liked it because the game would like put in graphics of what was going on. It was kind of cool. I rather liked it. I don't know about you. Did you ever play SimCity? Were you a SimCity person? I liked the Maxim box, though. The Maxis box was just amazing. The massive box that it was. I've never really stopped the... enjoying those boxes. There's one for Hostages as well by Ubisoft, which is a similar sort. I don't know if it's Ubisoft or Max. It's a version of. It's basically early Rainbow Six, as not the Rainbow Six we know of today. I'm not even sure the Rainbow Six today is anything like any kind of Rainbow Six that originally came on, which was basically a sort of hostage versus terrorist sort of break-in thingy. I don't think it exists nowadays in the same inverted commas sort of context. I think they're all sort of, well, Call of Duty wannabes, aren't they? They're not anything else except for the fact Call of Duty did extremely badly this year. Thank goodness. Let's see if there's something on the other side. This is the other side of the SimCity TR. TR. No idea. Nothing coming to mind. I've got coffee. I hope you've got coffee or something to drink. Oh, that's a good beverage. I love a cup of coffee. I know what TR is. I've got no idea. Screen's gone blank. We're loading again. Okay. What the hell's this? That's a weird loader. TR. This turns out to be Tiger Road as well. I'll be surprised. Could be, though. It's possible. Could be 2 Tiger Roads on this. We might have to avoid one. That's interesting. T for Tiger Road. Somebody really liked Tiger Roads. Tiger Roads, by the way, arcade game. I think it's Capcom who put it in the arcade in the first place. It's a bit like Black Tiger. Black Tiger's also an amazing game in the arcade. It's too much, though, for an arcade game. And I say that because there are loads of things to collect, loads of shops to go into, lots of things to do on that platformer. And Tiger Road is kind of a little similar in my head. There's a lot to do. I played it. I don't know if it's on my channel or not. I can't remember whether I put it on the channel or not. But I played it on the on the PC Engine. Engine version is different from the arcade version, but it's different in a good way. It's well worth having a look at if it is on the channel. Have a little look. I'm pretty sure I have, actually. But Tiger Roads is just one of those games. They came in those big double dual sort of purple with an inlay of the graphics of the game. So the sort of purple boxes, Capcom in red, I think, wasn't it? It wasn't yellow like it is now. I'm sure it's Capcom in red, and it's sort of these purple double dual boxes with the inlay of the whole thing. And this was one of those kind of games that I had, but I didn't like as much as, say, Black Tiger. I thought Black Tiger was better. But Tiger Road is, it's a pretty decent arcade game. As an arcade experience, it's a run along level, hit everything as you go along. They kind of grew from this. If you take Kung Fu Master, for instance, with the arcade game being obviously superb in comparison to the remake on the Spectrum, which I rather like. I'll admit, I know there's another remake of the remake, but I rather like the original Kung Fu Master because it did remind me awfully of the arcade, and so did quite a lot of the other versions of it that came out. I think the NES version, though, is probably the superior version of it when it comes down to it. It's probably the best conversion after the arcade itself. I liked it because you went along the floors, you walked along the floor, basically, you went one direction. There was very little to do, maybe jump over something on some of the higher levels of the thing. So you walked along the floor, went up some stairs, and that's where you were on floor 2, So you walked along, punching and kicking your way, with lots and lots of sort of punching and kicking, and that was kind of a standard that became for sort of walk along beat 'em ups. You've got Vigilante, which is very much a similar sort of game. You walked along the level and you sort of punched and kicked your way along as you went. I don't know if this is loading. That looks like a lot of load for nothing. I think that was a lot of load for nothing. Oh, hang on. I lie. I thought that was done for a second. It may not be. Brace yourselves, people. No loading screen. Lots and lots of data going past. This could be something. It could be nothing. And if it's 128k, we're in 48k mode, so this is going to be no good. Pretty sure Tiger Road is 128k. I'm surprised they didn't create modules for the 48k, you know, so that you could bung it in the back of it. I suppose it couldn't really deal with the fact that there's a different ROM set there. That's maybe the big issue there. They certainly did it with things like Shadow of the Unicorn. Shadow of the Unicorn was a game that sold, I think, for about £40 back in the day, and it came with a RAM pack that you had to put on the machine that took your Spectrum up to 64k. I mean, I'll be honest, that's pretty cool, but it's for like one game only, which is probably not very cool. I think if I remember rightly when I read about this, the idea was they were planning to actually create other games that you'd use that ROM pack and gave with the extra memory, and then I guess it didn't happen. I always fancied a copy of Shadow of the Unicorn. I've seen the opportunity to buy it, but it's one of those games that's like, I'd have to put the ROM pack into my 48k Spectrum, and would it work? Don't know is the answer to that. Now I'm always a bit wary of that. It's more novelty value than it is actual something you'd actually put into your Spectrum. It's always a bit sort of hit and miss, isn't it, with these kind of things? This is not going very well. This is just loading nothings for about 7.5 minutes of nothingness. Or is it 20 minutes? No, they're 15 minutes, so it's 7.5 minutes. Right, I'm giving up because that doesn't look like it's going to work. That doesn't look like it's going to work. I think we can safely say whatever that was, could have been Tiger Road. Whatever that was, it isn't loading. So I still don't know what the thing on the front of it is, but it could be Batman's. I don't know. It's just a cool looking spaceship UFO thing on the front of that sticker. That's what drew my eye to it. It's very shiny. I like shiny. Right, okay, this is Tiger Road. This is going to be the 128k loader, because I'm pretty sure it's 128k only. And let's give Tiger Road a little go and see whether we can get the thing working. It's turning. I was just looking at the tape there. It's turning. It's moving forwards as we go. Got a few other things to record as well, actually, to be honest with you. I've got a few sort of other Spectrum games to go on for those sort of little ones that I do on the Thursdays. That's different than the other one we had, that TR one. That's Tiger, as in Tiger Road. I don't know what the other one was. Anybody know what a possible program TR was? Don't know, but this is definitely Tiger Road instead. Should have music then if it's the 128k version. Fingers crossed, it might do. I always love it when we load tapes, by the way, that are many, many years old. It's so cool. It's one of the best things about it. And to be fair, the cassette this has come out of, it's just so shiny and clean. Just looking at the cassette case. It's really clean. Wow. That's not seen light of day for years. There we go, Tiger Road. Capcom. Can't remember the storyline for this. The thing about arcade games is you don't really need a storyline. I think I think some of the best games in the world don't need a storyline. Did anybody need a storyline for Tetris? If you did, I'm a bit worried about you. Did we need a storyline for Pac-Land? Or Pac-Man? No, we didn't. There we go. Capcom and Go. Yeah, that's right. Go did a lot of their games, didn't they? A ninja getting split in two with a man with an axe. There he is. That's our sort of, I guess, tiger. There's a dragon at the other end. It's going to eat him. I think he's on a kite, actually. He's flying out the sky on a kite. It's kind of cool. Yeah, there was a lot of Go stuff back in the day as well. What happened to Go? I know, we know what happened to Capcom. Capcom's still going strong nowadays. Thankfully. And still sort of sticking to their guns as well. They don't seem to have fallen into that trap. And I think this is the problem with sort of supposed AAA publishers, and I say supposed now because the AAA represents using AI slop to the highest levels. But you know, I think that you know, Capcom was one of those companies that sort of stuck to its guns. It still does what it does, and I think it does it well. It never tried to build a console. It sold its product on as many things as possible. I think it obviously had arcade games back in the day, but once that sort of went, they then moved on to putting their games and some of their IP onto other devices, from Nintendo to Sony to Xbox to Sega's stuff. To, you know, put them all on them all. You might as well. You know, your PCs to your Spectrums to your Commodores. They knew that the future was selling software and selling games that we like. And they still create very good games to this day. They've done a new Rewind and Reload. We'll give it another try. It's a new Resident Evil, isn't there? I think they've done, or is that? Or am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of Konami. I'm thinking of the new Silent Hill. But the point is though that they've done a couple of Resident Evils though, haven't they? They've got the Village and a few others. Some that are scary and some that aren't so scary. But the point is that they've stuck to the guns and continue to just make good games that people want to play. Many are just single player games. Some like Lost Planet, which I really loved back in the Xbox 360 days, which was basically men and mechs, little mechs as well. They were kind of cool. They were fast on the battlefield and things like that. I rather liked all of these things. I think I credit to Capcom for, as far as I'm aware, not turning into one of those companies which did horrible things. There's a few of them around there though. I think I think that you've got a few that are still. Yeah, you can buy Capcom games in my book because they haven't done anything to offend us or hurt us as gamers. They haven't actively sought to install microtransactions like the man at Activision, who appears in a particular set of records that have currently been released, suggesting and being hinted that maybe you should add some kind of microtransactions to hook people early. I mean, seriously, that's what was going on. Those kind of people are involved in the industry of computers. And computer gaming. It's quite an insane scenario that. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's some people here that shouldn't be involved in it, and let's just say some companies that shouldn't be involved in it. Some that are installing slop into everything, and then are trying to sell us game slop as well. And we should stop. We should stop with that. Just take your. I know it's very there's a convenience to some of these things. Take your hands out of your pockets and put them somewhere else, anywhere else at the moment. It's just not worth it. They need to be taught a lesson, and the only thing they know is financial ones. The more you hurt them financially, the more that they learn lessons. All that, and they up the prices, which is the other way that does it. That's the accountant's way out. You know things are going wrong for a company when the pricing starts to get higher and higher. I was in a shop the other day with my missus, and it's foreclosing. And we asked the staff who were sort of there whether or not they knew this was happening, and it's a reasonably large chain of sort of outlets selling, you know, sort of household goods and bits of everything, you know, little bits of everything, and they're collapsing and they're foreclosing, and the people on the news knew before the staff did in the store, and it's kind of sad because I suspect that what they're doing at the moment, obviously, is the administrators are currently emptying everything. So you're either selling it high while the accountants are saying desperately trying to fix the books, or alternatively you're selling it low just to empty it off to pay off any debts that are still outstanding and still default on most of them. It's just a kind of sad scenario, realistically. There are big companies out there that are worth trillions of dollars, and that I'm surprised we're still using dollars at this point in time, considering the collapse of the United States. But the point is that these guys can afford it. These guys can afford the fall for a bit, just to understand that the consumer really wants to be the consumer in the right way. We want to consume what we want, not what you want. Right, enough political stuff. Let's get straight back at Tiger Road and other things. Let's see if I can load it off the old PlayZX. We'll get that fired up. Right, okay. Tiger Road. This is going to be a difficult one, I think, to load. I really do. I don't think this is going to go. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got it. Let's just fingers crossed it works. It's a big loader, actually. It's at least it says it's the 128K version. Different loading there. No Tiger at the top corner. So this may fingers crossed. Bytes loader. This seems different. I love the way that there's such difference between this, such variety between the actual versions that were out there that were released at different times. 1988. We're in a weird time here. 1988, and that was 1989 for the last one. 1988 for this. 1998 for this. We're starting to get to the point where creating Spectrum games is a lot easier than it was, and I definitely think towards the end of the sort of Spectrum era, you've got Codemasters who are able to churn out many a CJ the Elephant game with a similar format for each. It almost becomes an engine for doing so. Yeah, it's definitely a different loader this time around. It's definitely a different loader because we have the little numbers running between his axe and his head there. His rather glorious balding head, or completely bald head actually. Coffee. I can't believe we tried to load it twice and we're still not quite there. It would be nice if we were quite there. Just looking at the time on that one. Yeah, I like these. I had Street Fighter as well, one Spectrum version of Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter. Of course, Capcom are responsible for something that generationally is still going to this day. It has gone through many generations. From the game I'm talking about, of course, is Street Fighter 2, which changed the 2D beat 'em up forever. I think it is. It is the evolution of those early way of the exploding fist, the evolution of the various other IK pluses. It is the culmination of increasing the speed and making it more arcade rather than the slower karate, the more crazy sort of fighting style of the sort of movies that we used to have, where that was what it was. I mean, I remember the first time I played Street Fighter 2 and those first crunching blows of Ryu, because I played as Ryu, onto somebody else. Those 6 buttons as an option, a low, a mid, and a high, either punch or kick, and those striking that person and that crunching blow with the parallax scrolling of the floor as you moved left and right on it. Occasionally things that you could break and shatter as it went round. It was a pivotal moment, I think, in 2D beat-em-ups. I think the fact that the game has been rehashed and recreated so many times, and so many times it's either been, sort of emulated or built into arcade games or into sort of joysticks, or reappears on things like the Evercade, or reappears on the PC. It tells you, and the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XXX, Series X PC, those kind of things. It's reappeared. It's been rehashed. It's appeared for generations now. This is a game that goes back. I can't remember where it was. Was it 91, 92? It's a long time. it's a 30-plus-year-old. I think it's at least 35 years old. The game, I think. You have to check, but it's 35, 36, 36-year-old game. It's still in the psyche and consciousness of the gamers of today. It's amazing. That's absolutely amazing, isn't it? I mean, it really is. Can you think of many other games that are in the psyche of the people nowadays? I think there's a few. Sort of well-known classics: Space Invaders, the Centipedes, the Pac-Mans. But are the psyche of the people nowadays? Minecraft will be one as well, by the way. I mean, that was what 2005, 2012. I can't remember exactly when it came out. I feel like it was 2005. So that's now 20 years old, and that will stay in the psyche forever. It will. Honestly, I think that game has the capability to stay in the psyche forever. It is quite literally an iconic game, and simple to play, and great to learn, and easy to play with friends. Any key. Right, okay. Tiger Road. Capcom 1987 was when the arcade game version. Now, 1 player, 2 player. Select keyboard. Kempston, so 3. Is there a defined keys? Cap shift. No, right. 3. There we go. Up, down, left, right, fire. Okay. Press 1 to play. So it's just scroll along. And you beat them up. It's not quite as good as the PC Engine version, but it's there. And you just jump up here. And there's weapons to pick up that are in these, I think. There, new weapon. And it's just a scroll along level thing. For the 128K version, by the way, it's sadly lacking here. There we go, finished the first level. Or the first bit, and then we got a boss. He's got me, he's thrown me on the floor. He's walloped me. I have been hit. Oh, I've got to be careful here. He's just killing me instantaneously. Can I jump up that? Oh, I can. Right, I'm going up. I don't think he's a boss. I think he's just annoying. I'll just avoid them. That'll do. I'm going with the easy route here, people. Oh, I have jammed myself in there. Whee! Jump. Come on up with that. There we go, on that platform. How do I get down there? Jump. How do I jump down? Jump down. I want to jump down. That's the exit there. There we go. Just run. Yay! We've exited. Right, what we got here? I've now got a different kind of axie. Ah! Get off me! I've got a different kind of axe here now. Oh, we're tiger and roading all the way across. Whoa! Get off me with your rocks. No! No! I'm in the scenery. I've died. Died in the scenery. Yeah, get off. Died in the scenery there. Here we go. And I think we're there. Yes. I don't know what's going on, really. We're doing very well. Can I jump over him and go out? No, this is definitely a boss. We are in a boss fight now. Yeah, there's an enemy gauge appeared on the bottom. This is not great. This is not as good as the arcade by a long way. It's not as good as... the thing about it, do you feel like they tried very hard with these games, but I think they sometimes just... There was a lack of... You imagine playing it and just you'd be a bit disappointed, wouldn't you, really? I think I would be a bit disappointed back in the day. I think I would. Yeah, uh, yeah, it's okay, but it'll be a bit disappointing. Let's see if we can get Rolling Thunder to work, because I like Rolling Thunder a lot. I wonder if it's 128k or not. We'll see in a second. We'll see if we got the 128k version on here. We'll give it a whirl on the whole thing. Rolling Thunder, you're a secret agent scrolling along levels. Surprisingly, just a bit like what we've just done there. You go along the levels and shoot peoples who all seem to be wearing some kind of hood on their head. It's a very I think that bit like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's very, very, very. It's easier to see the sort of hood element of it. But yeah, those that was the general gist of it. I think it was some kind of evil genius that you had to destroy, and they all do sort of weird salutes at the beginning. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good shooter. It's sort of. I wish RoboCop 2 had been a bit more like Rolling Thunder than RoboCop, the original one. If you've not seen RoboCop 2, have a little look on the channel. It's there. It's not a great game. I'm so disappointed after the first one. I really loved the first one. The music in the first one was excellent. It was definitely different styling. It was awesome. It looked great. Namco, of course, this one. It was so good they made a second one. It's actually really good on the Mega Drive as well. But yes, he's got a little hood on there. You see this in the little blue sort of cyan square there in the centre. Anyway, so we the RoboCop 2 just didn't hit like the first one. I hate to say this, but if they'd done it with the original, but then just rehashed the levels a little bit, RoboCop 2 would have been a massive seller. Everybody would have wanted RoboCop 2, but because the RoboCop 1, everybody says it's a bit hard, but it's not. When you go back to it and you've not played it for many years, you realise that as a kid it was easier than you thought it was than when you were a kid. It's like a lot of things. Some of these I still find quite hard. I get a lot further on Manic Miner than I do when I was a kid. I think I was less patient as a child. That's the point was. Whereas Manic Miner requires a little bit of patience to do at a certain point, to jump past a certain place, and I was much more quick to sort of do things. I've just realised it's Tiertex here, which is the people who've converted it, and everybody said they made rubbish conversions of things. I didn't mind some of their conversions. They also did the Street Fighter ones, unfortunately. Bit harsh, really, but they did the Street Fighter one, and that people say that one's not particularly good. I don't know if I've ever played Street Fighter 2 on the Spectrum. I can't imagine it's very good, because you're trying to get a whacking great program into 128k or 48k at a push. They did it with the marvelous Target Renegade. Target Renegade is one of the greatest two-player experiences on the Spectrum, but it played to the Spectrum's strengths rather than playing against them, if that makes sense, or trying to force something it couldn't do into it. Spectrum sometimes excels at those single-screen arcade games. It really does. Sometimes it those are the things that it screams that it needs to be played. Sometimes they just need to be they're the games that scream to be done. Some of the best games are single-screen. Some of the best games are 16K, which is amazing. It's amazing. Right, almost there. Bracing myself now. Brace yourselves. I'm having some coffee while we brace ourselves. Please load. We've done all right so far, actually. I'm quite surprised how well we've actually done with this. I don't know what the TR game was to begin with, but we seem... There we go. Look, there they are. The men with the hoods on the saluting the gentleman there. Right, if I press 2, I think I can change the keys, can I? No, I can't. I think the keys are Q, A, O, P, and M. I think. No, it's space. That's fine. So... It's space, jump, and fire upwards. You see here... How do I get off? How do I get down? I can't remember how to get down. There's a way to get down. I wanted to get down and open one of the doors because you can open the doors. You see, you can go in there, and sometimes there's stuffs in the doors. Now kill him. Like in this case, guns. Look, guns. Special gun. Oh, I need a balustrade to do it. Forgot that. So I need a banister to sort of jump up the whole thing. I really like this though. It plays really well. It's pretty faithful to the arcade as well. If you play the arcade version, which by the way I highly recommend, it is pretty faithful to the arcade. Yeah, you can come down if you've got one of those. I'll go in there, get some bullets. Yeah, it's pretty faithful to the arcade. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a fan of this one on the Spectrum. It plays really well. There we go. Oh, he's punched me out. They don't have to do some punching in the air. I'm not brilliant at that, though. It's because I keep trying to get the weapons. I should just keep moving. It's one of those games where you just movement is the key. Just keep moving most of the way. There we go. In we go. Up there. And this one I'll keep jumping. I love it when they do this. Let's jump up here. Got 'em. Lovely. Right, okay, let's jump up here. Look at that. Great graphics. Well designed. Works beautifully. Yeah, I've got no complaints about this one. It's one of my faves. Yeah, definitely good. And I think we're almost to the exit. So your secret agent, Rolling Thunder. I love the way it's called, Rolling Thunder. This is annoying bit, this. Yeah. Oh, I jumped into him instead of shooting him. I meant to shoot him. Where am I at? Where Area 1? Oh, right, I'm here. We got on a bit. Oh, get off me! Area 1. There, that'll do. Killed him there. Save time. Here we go. Round we go. There we go. Got him this time. Got him. I'm out of bullets. We have a problem here. We're out of bullets. Got him. A little bit of life left, though. Oh, he got me. I got killed. Oh, got life, though. Got an extra life. Oh, still on this bit, though. That's no good at all. There, I've got him. Oh, I've got bullets left. I thought I'd let... Oh, it's because I ran out of machine gun bullets. I've got 90 normal rounds. We're okay. Look at me shooting ahead because I know what's coming. There's nobody in that one this time round. That's cool. Ah, got me with a bullet. Ah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love that one. That's a fantastic game. I really like that. Yeah, that Rolling Thunder. You can't... Honestly, it's a really, really fun game. It's a great little sort of platform shooter. It's a combination run-gun. I really like that. I really like that a lot. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. We got 720. I don't know which one's rewound. 720, or whether or not it's. Oh no, it's 1942. I have always a bit of a soft spot for 1942. This is again another Capcom game. They went on to make 1943. I think they did some other ones, but I'm not sure of the names. I know there was a few of them that were out there back in the day. But I rather like this one. I'm going to go with basic because it's probably as basic this one, to be fair. Let's do load it. Let's push the button. We have pushed the button. We are going for it. But I always had a bit of a soft spot for this particular. It wasn't a Spielberg movie called 1943 or 1944. Had John Belushi in it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I remember it being quite good. Quite liked that movie, but I don't remember a lot about it. It's quite funny. It was sort of we had Japanese subs and all kinds off the coast of Los Angeles and things. It was really kind of weird. But anyway, 1942. This is a sort of shooter over. I don't think we're over. I mean, because the next one's called 1943. I think Battle of Midway, which is the Japanese versus the US. I don't know whether this is Japanese or whether this is the US versus the Germans of the time. I can't remember. So I can't remember which side, where we are for this. But it was an arcade game where you had the unique feature, of course, is there was the shooting and the actual. Shooting and the actual sort of, and then there was a roll, and the roll allowed you to get out of trouble for a little bit. So you'd upgrade your guns by shooting things down and sort of blowing bits and pieces up. I mean, there's a carrier here, so does that sort of narrow it down a little bit? Probably is versus the Japanese, because of course it is Capsule Computers UK, which is Capcom. Capsule Computers. I guess Capsule was. I saw somebody said this to me in the comments below, or in the comments. When I say the comments below, can't possibly have done it in the comments below. We've not even got there yet. But I'm sure somebody said in the comments that Capsule Computers was, of course, Capcom. Capsule Computers is the Capsule would probably be the arcade, maybe. Don't know. Kind of makes sense that it would be. Brilliantly intelligent people. I wonder if anybody still works there who is, obviously they'd be in the 60s now, whether or not they're, or older possibly, who were sort of a junior at the time, who still works there at Capcom, who knows the original heritage of arcade games. Who's going to save all this, by the way? There's still quite a thriving arcade scene, but who's going to save all of this in the future? Are people going to still play these things? They're still going to go. I certainly know of a number of arcade sort of clubs, but they have specific things about these arcade places when you go to them. They usually have drinks, which is fine, because we used to be in pubs back in the day. They used to have drinks. Oh, they have drinks nowadays, but the machines tend to be free, or you have to pay for tokens, which I kind of get. I like the idea of paying for the tokens to sort of get that whole experience. I mean, the whole point is, I think nowadays we're sort of treated to the fact that death is rewarded by rebirth somewhere else. I mean, thankfully there are games out there still teaching us the death is a bad thing within the games. For instance, if you think of the FromSoft games from the sort of the Dark Souls and Elden Rings, they teach us that dying is a bad thing because you basically need to sort of go back and collect all of your equipment and all of that kind of stuff. So there is a risk and reward for certain fights. Some games don't even, some original sort of games don't really do that. I mean, I like one of my games, and I often mention it during these sort of nice chats with my friends here. My friends, yes, you. When I often talk about one of my favourite games and sort of my favourite indie games. It goes back to 2012, I still play it, and it's still been updated and still kept up to date. Is The Long Dark, and in The Long Dark, one of the things you can do is you can die. It teaches you how to die a lot. I often play games. I always play it where I die. When I die, I die, and I lose everything. So there's some risk involved in it. So do I push further into the blizzard that night to get to a destination, or do I camp, or do I stay safe It's risk and reward. It definitely there's rewards for pushing on and doing things so that you can survive another day. But the Long Dark is really about dying slowly. There's no but ifs and buts about it. You are going to die slowly eventually. If I press 0, I think I can choose the keys. I can. Left, right, fire, and space is roll, which they don't tell you, so don't use space. Last stage 32, and this is our little plane. It's nice graphics. Yeah, you need a few hits to get those. Shooting red planes opens up POWs. And there should be some coming in the side here. I've played it too much as a kid and as an adult. And this gives me power up to my weapon. More damage. Like that. If I press the space bar, I'll do a roll. Is it space? No. Is it not space? I thought it was space. Oh, damn it. Plane got me. Shot weapons out of it. I didn't expect that. I'm pretty sure it's space. Yeah, it is. Oh, no. Bullets and planes everywhere. And you got battleships to destroy at the end. Back in the day, yeah, it was pretty good. This was sort of a height of a scrolling shoot 'em up, and the scrolling, in fairness to this game, is pretty blooming good. It really is. It's not bad at all. You know, there's a lot going on here, and it plays really well. I don't know if there's a big plane coming in here shortly, but there's our score. There's the big plane. It's going to shoot. It's flashing. Yes. I have to keep tapping the fire button. I thought it was space to do a roll. I think this is our first battleship to destroy. No, it isn't. It's landed. We've done it. Stage 32 done. 31 stages to go. There you go. 31 stages to go. Pretty harsh, but true. Yeah, it plays alright. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. Come on. Pow. Blew everybody up with the white one. Kind of makes that's kind of cool. Crashed into a plane. Not very good. Pretty sure it was the roll. Was that? What is the roll? I'm really annoyed that I can't work out the roll. I thought it was space. I've got hit by another bullet. Plays really well though. It's one of the better ones. It's got it's a nice big case. There's a nice release from Elite back in 1986 there. The graphics are fine, the movement's fine, the shoot 'em up the whole shoot 'em up element is fine. A lot of people say about shoot 'em ups though, it's just repetition and memory. It is. I'm not even going to lie. That really is the general gist of it. It's repetition, repeat. You basically go along repeating. Let's put in my can do the whole thing. There we go. We'll have a love heart too. There we go. End. We have 2 love hearts, in fact, in the high score table. But yeah, it is a bit of repetition and memory. But I think it changes when you start getting towards the mid-90s, early 2000s, because I think at that point in time, I'm going to try tape loader on this, by the way, for a 720. I think it changes at this point. I think they become a little bit more reactive. Yes, the formations are still there, but I think there is a change in the way that they shoot, and the patterns change slightly, reacting to your sort of your skill and your ability. Certainly, that's in my head. I don't think it's necessarily true, but it feels like it should be. Oh, with 1942 loads and 720 doesn't. That sounds terrible in there. No, that's not gonna happen. Right, okay, let us get the old PlayZX at this, and we'll give it a blast. I'll do that there. Anyway, how have you all been this week? I'm just asking. We'll just see how you are. See if you've had a busy week. I have had a week off, and most of it I've spent relaxing because I'm pretty tired, to be honest with you. I always feel if you can take time off when you're tired, that's a good thing, because we all get tired. And you shouldn't just reserve it for when you want to go on holiday to wherever you go to. But if you can take time when you've got time available, and you can take time when you're tired, it's probably better for you than trying to power through and not do it. So I try to do that. I'm not great at it. I'm not a workaholic, but am I? I certainly do a lot of work. Between YouTube and working, I do like it, but I do like it. That's the other problem as well. So that's a good problem to have, but that's makes me part of the small 10% of people who are actually employed worldwide who doesn't mind their job or enjoys their job. There's very few people do, sadly, which is a shame. It'd be nice if everybody enjoyed their job, because then we'd get a lot more done, wouldn't we? Probably. Says somebody who likes the job, so gets a lot more done. The 720 though. I remember this it appeared on some TV show, some sort of like quiz show on, I don't know whether it was the BBC or whether it was the ITV, and if you can remember what it was, please put it in the comments below, because I can't remember, but it appeared and it had like some of the levels, like the downhill things appeared in this. 720 was a game, by Atari Corporation, US Gold, THX again, of course, the old devil themselves, but it was a game about basically skateboarding around a park, using your tickets to go in things, and then repeat over and over again. I rather enjoyed it as a kid, and I remember I'm sure there was a computer magazine, I can't remember which one of the Sinclair users, or your Sinclair, or even Crash maybe, one of those gave away the music for 720, so you could listen to the actual music from the arcade version on the game itself. You could put it in a tape deck while you were doing it. You get a blaster, the old ghetto blaster, stick it in there, one of your double tape things, stick it in there, put it on, play the music, play 720's music. They did that quite a lot though. I can remember Continental Circus. I can remember a tape full of arcade tunes. I mean, it was a missed opportunity not putting more of those out there, because we used to like those. I used to put them on. I'd be playing. I mean, I think Outrun came with the soundtrack, and you could put on the tape and you could listen to Magical Wave and all this kind of stuff. Magical Sound Shower, wasn't it? And Splash Wave, and you could listen to those while you were actually playing the real the Spectrum version of Outrun. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was kind of disappointed by the Spectrum version of Outrun. I mean, I didn't know what I was expecting otherwise, but after playing the arcade version and then going to the Spectrum version, and it has all the colours and the beautiful soundtrack and all of the bits and pieces that go with it, you're kind of disappointed. I think if I had to have if I was ever that rich, I think I'd love to have the original Outrun sit-down cabinet. That would be probably awesome. I think, and on a scale of awesomeness you can't believe. I think that would be really, really awesome. There's a few arcade games I would like to have. If I could have the sort of original cabinets or whatever else it is. Time Pilot. I'd love to have Time Pilot. I'm going to ask you what you want as well. What would you have? These are the ones that roll off my head. Outrun, Time Pilot, because I love Time Pilot. The way the joystick just rolled when you're shooting, it's great game. Time Pilot, shoot 'em up. That one. Super Pac-Man, because I really liked Super Pac-Man. Got a lot of nostalgia for that particular game. I know it's not Pac-Man, but it's Super Pac-Man. It was kind of cool. Super Pac-Man. Operation Wolf. Oh, the original Operation Wolf. Absolutely legendary. Is this loading still? Yeah, we are. Operation Wolf. Loved that game. Fantastic game. Really, really brilliant. What else? Oh, Snow Brothers. I would love Snow Brothers. And a strange one here. The obvious one, of course, Street Fighter 2. I'd want Street Fighter 2. But here's another one, another sort of off the wall kind of one that you could because I've got such a love of the Neo Geo. I love the Neo Geo. I think it's a fantastic console. As when it was consoleized in the AES system, the entertainment system for home, the Advanced Entertainment System, and that was called the AES. Because of that fantastic thing, I think I would love. Some of those games. So Robo Army, fantastic, love that. Neo Golf, possibly from that kind of thing. You could go with a multi-system for this. Realistically, with 4 cartridges in. I think I could also go with Art of Fighting. Oh, what a fantastic game! People actually got bruised in that. I thought that was amazing. Very, very tough game, and possibly, it's a toss-up here between World Heroes. Or possibly, I mean, 8-Man was pretty good as well, by the way. But World Heroes, and I can't remember the name of the other one I was going to talk about. Oh, it's rubbish. No, Samurai Shogun. Yeah, Samurai Shogun's also pretty good one, but I think for oddness, you probably got to go World Heroes, don't you? Anyway, if I press 2, I think I can choose the keys. No, I can't. 1 credit. What are the keys? Select level. Let's jump. What's left and right? That's quit. What are the keys? That's kick. That's jump. What's left and right? There's left and right. Okay, so basically you've got tickets, which are the T on that side. And the aim of the game is to make enough points to get more tickets. You go through the park avoiding all these people. And then you go and there's another ticket. I've just picked up, no ticket, $1. There's a map, shows you where you are. So I'm right next to the ramp park. There's there's things that can improve your abilities, which are the helmets, the boards, and the pad shop, and the shoes. And then there's the 4 parks, which is the ramp, the downhill, the jump, and the slalom. And you basically have to do whatever's involved in those particular ones to get extra points. So if I just kick. And I go in here. I pay a ticket to go in. So you pay a ticket to go in here, and the idea is to score as much points as you can. By doing, I can't remember what you've got to do. I think you've got to jump. I think I've got to jump and do some certain things. Got to score certain amounts of points. I can't remember how I do that. Silver medal. I obviously did enough spins up and down there. That's all I guess I had to do with that one. So I've got silver medal. That's okay. So I've still got 3 credits, right? So that park's now closed. When you've got to do all 4 of the parks, and then it respawns and allows you to do it all over again. There's a thing on the floor that pops there, by the way, if you hit that. It's like bad. Yeah, you can buy shoes there, so I can buy... I made a sale. And... you get money from doing the winning these things as well. And we'll go in this one, Slalom Park. So the idea is to slalom down the hill and not fall off the edge like an idiot. Every time you go through a set of gates, it gives you more time. And I think, and then I got bronze medal, so I just made it. See, there's like a gold and silver at the top of the screen. It's kind of cool. I got bronze. It's okay, I'll take it. I got a little bit more money. I've got 1 ticket left. The aim of the game, though, is also to do as many sort of spins as you can when you're jumping, and 720 degrees, basically, to oh, hello. Knee pads. No, I'm not interested in knee pads at the moment. Let's go down here. I can almost hear the music in my head, but I can't emulate it, if that makes sense. I can't tell you what it sounds like, but I do know the sounds. I know the sounds of Skate or Die, where your timer runs out because you haven't got to the park fast enough, which is about to happen now. I'm going to have to skate or die, because skate or die. And the bees come and get me. You get stung by bees. Right, quickly. You get extra points for hitting the... Oh! Got a silver medal there. Extra points for hitting those bits and pieces there. I'm doing alright, actually. I don't think I've got enough for a ticket. Oh, no, I've got enough for a ticket. I've got enough for a ticket. We're all good. Me try to do as many things as I can. Oh, hello. Yep. Another skate park up here. No, don't want that. New board makes you go faster. That makes you fly in the air. Some of those things do. Right, okay, let's go here. Let's see, skate or die. I've died. 1 credit let used. It's pretty harsh. It's like the arcade was back in the day. Downhill. You literally use your credits as your lives, and then we just basically go downhill. Ah! Quick! I'm splashing everywhere. I know, they're not... by today's standards, it's hardly Tony Hawk's, if that makes sense. It's hardly Skate or whatever else it is. There are more impressive games. I can hear the music playing from there on these things. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's a product of its time. Oh, come on. I used to enjoy jumping over these things and skating around, avoiding being hit, but avoiding hitting the creatures. It was cool. I certainly thought it was cool back in the day. That's muscle men. Oh, skate or die. No ticket. Oh, I haven't got enough money. I've got to generate more money. Can't remember how you generate money. Where's the map? It's got me. Another credit down. I can't remember how you get money. I think you have to... is it enough points? Is it by doing this? I can't remember. Can't remember if it's by doing as many spins as possible. There, yeah, it is by doing points. Look at my points. I've got another ticket now by doing loads of spins. It's so many points. Must be every 10,000 or something. I'm now interested to know. I want to know how many points I need. Leave me alone. Too late. Dead. Game over. Yay! That was great. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed playing that. I haven't played that in years. Oh, look, another ticket there. So it must be every, 10,000 points or something like that, I guess. Don't know. It's quite a lot of points anyway, so you really just have to spend all your time sort of spinning around, jumping all over things. And that's a lot. It was good 5 games, 5 fun games, 5 arcade conversions of the time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Have a look around the channel. There's many more things to look at. There's plenty of retro. There's plenty more What's on the Tape. You can watch them in any order you like because it really doesn't matter. They're just generally playing games and seeing what's on tapes. You can watch them in any orders. And what else? Oh, some indie stuff there as well if you like. But yeah, thank you for watching. And if you watched on the Sunday premiere, thank you for being here. I normally don't say that, so thank you. Thank you very much. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.